Where's your Queen's spirit now for the
Adjust yourself, adjust your old fellas, adjust your brains after that weekend, and adjust those ears to this podcast. It is Off-Field Drama, the gift that keeps on giving. I'm Sauce.
I'm Berkey.
And shit, we've just come off what we've been saying is the greatest weekend of the year for Brisbane, the city of Brisbane, and thank God we've got it for another 3 years. And I'll tell you what, it wouldn't happen without all you fucking lovely people out there that make it. Was it 149,000 over the weekend?
Yeah, 149,000 in
At
the
Magic
house.
Round.
But, mate, that's just in the cauldron. That doesn't even speak of all the larrikins.
The people that come through the Caxton.
And there was plenty.
Yeah, it was a special weekend, and I'm glad it's over. That's why we're coming to you a bit later this week on a Wednesday. I've got to recover. I had to rip and tear a bit afterwards and go missing. Now I'm here, about to go missing down the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
But, hey, we had to sort this out. Birdo's here.
I'm here.
He's moved some things around. He's
I've moved a few meetings around so that I can be here. But look, it was a great weekend because I was in the thick of it with not only all the shareholders, but
I saw it.
But the people of Brisbane, the people that flew not only domestically but internationally to be here for Magic Round.
Interstate.
But you were obviously head down, bum up, controlling, which was the place to be across the 4 days. And I'm going to say 4 because it did kick off on Thursday.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. You're right. We the women's origin, that was bigger than what I thought it was going to be. Shit result for Queensland, but keep going, girls. You'll get there.
I tell
Game
you
three.
what,
You got game 3 this year.
I did get up on Tamika Upton anytime. So
did I.
Yeah.
I had her first try.
Yeah, okay.
Did she score?
No,
mate?
she didn't score first, but she scored it.
Well, I had
at any point in the game.
I had her into winning the game, so that's a bit unfortunate.
Well, yeah, so you didn't get up there. But, I mean, it was, because I said to Source shareholders, I said, that has to be the greatest weekend for the Caco in history.
Yeah, it was.
And we've confirmed it. So, bravo.
From looking on the outside, and you saw the place and how heaving it was for those pretty much 72 hours the whole time. Like, it was fucked. Yeah.
It was. I got here after the Bronx game finished on Friday, and I have never experienced the vibe in the place.
Yeah, good energy.
In the Caco.
Good energy.
Was outstanding. Yeah. There wasn't a single, fuckwit that I obviously bumped into.
I got to say, there wasn't really any big blues or anything either. There were a few people that were, taken out or asked to leave, but it's like there were no massive fights. And I reckon that's the best part about Magic Round is even Origin a lot of the time is you don't get a lot of fuckwits. A lot of people are kind of just happy to be here. And another thing I like is people wear jerseys.
Yeah, I love that.
People wear, well, where was yours?
Colour.
Where was yours?
Where was my jersey?
Yeah, you didn't have one on.
Nah, I was wearing my away strip on Friday night because the boys were playing away. Yeah. But I do like that. Plenty of colour. Everyone's got their jersey, their scarf.
Yeah. You see some odd jerseys, but it's colourful.
It's colourful.
Yeah.
It's like when we talk about how it's a love affair, it's like a big fat orgy for NRL.
It's the NRL's orgy.
It is the NRL's orgy.
It's the orgy week. Everyone wears a jersey. Everyone, you might go, oh, I'm not really into that, but hey, I'll fuck someone in a Titans
and the
jersey.
ladies were out and about too. There were plenty of fillies running around.
Yeah. There was one lady in particular who I thought was fucking hilarious. She we had the Red Dragon thing up here on Saturday with the Matty John Show boys, and shout out to all them and Fletch and Hindy, Leon and Ben, the producers who are champions. And I was on the door doing the ticketing. She rocks up by herself, bought a ticket, and she goes, yeah. Just me and one of the other girls is there going, what's your name? Just to tick it off. And she goes, Regina Reagan, sweetheart. Has a fake baby in her arm. And she goes, haven't shaved my armpits for this week. Been waiting for it. I was like, who is this lady? It was hilarious, mate. And then I saw her up here just bouncing from group to group. Just full by herself.
Right, so she wasn't...
Just rocks up by herself, just bouncing.
You got to hope she didn't go home by herself.
Oh,
I'm sure there was someone out there that would have saw that as some great eye candy.
I don't want to. You don't want her to be procreating a Reginald Dragon.
No, that's right. But, I mean, any other wild shit or anything unusual that you saw across the 3 days?
Heaps. There'd be heaps.
I mean, I know your brain's only just starting to connect the dots.
Yeah.
I mean, what I loved is, and this is why it should never leave the Olympic City, the River City, and as people know, Brisbane City, is because when you wake up in a morning, this state, this city turns on a bluebird.
Unbelievable.
And it just says, pack your bags and let's get after it.
Any forecast rain fucked right off, and it was pretty much just glowing. The blue sky, it was the bluest I've ever seen.
It was
the bluest
the
of the year.
bluest.
Bluest bird of the year.
I pulled up in the early hours of Saturday morning, and let me tell you, when I woke up, it was as simple as 6 again.
Yeah.
Like, just go again. And I got to give a quick shout out to a man by the name of Loadsy. He's a shareholder.
There were plenty.
There was plenty of them. I was at the Jubilee on Saturday for a lunch. Shout out to Wilso. He did a Q&A there for the Mighty Reds, who went down to the Drua. Tough to win in Fiji, I gathered.
That pissed me off.
I tell ya, I was right in the thick of it in the We Are Red Army. And
arm in a sling?
no arm in a sling. I tell you what, he didn't get off the punt throughout most of the day.
He loves it.
He loves it. He had a tip for me at Warwick yesterday, which I wish he didn't send through. But anyway, mate, we were at a house, Freo, TL, Loadsy, Hoppy in the gang, and mate, it was right on top of Doomben. It was the closest thing I'll witness to a degenerate punter abusing the jockeys, and the best thing was the jockeys can hear you. And so they did listen.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, we got on Tannhauser in the last, and J-Mac wrote an absolute peach.
Who did Wilso give you any tips? Any good ones or not?
Oh, we got up on Tannhauser at about 5s in the last.
Yeah.
But he had something for, like I said, at Warwick yesterday, and it was running on quicksand.
Yeah, right.
So it'll be the last time I listen to mail from Wilso at Warwick. Happy to listen to him, but his mail at Warwick no good.
Yeah, right. Well, I listen to plenty of shareholders introduce themselves to me.
Yeah, okay.
Introduce themselves.
Yeah, shells.
As you said, the brain's just coming back.
Oh, it's
cell by cell.
It's mongrel.
Johnny, the film guy.
He's a big shareholder.
He's a big shareholder
He
rolling
loves
around
us.
in the hat. Love him.
Yeah,
love
love him.
Johnny. The Chook Choker was obviously here. Fucking.
The Chook Choker was here, and I got to say, I actually didn't believe that the Chook Choker was the Chook Choker.
I knew it was him straight away.
Because he didn't match the drapes, the Chook Choker. But mate, it was great. It was great to share a jar with the Chook Choker.
Not to be fair, he was wearing the hat too. Chook Choker was.
He's a great shareholder.
Chook Choker kind of looks like you.
Fuck off.
Same nose.
Mate, that might be the biggest compliment the Chook Choker gets in his life.
Yeah. Harley, another fella, Harley, who I met actually on
Big Harley Davidson.
the Monday, and he was with his mate, who I have no idea. He kept asking his mate if I was a fuckwit. He asked the question about 3 times, and I said, "No, champion, I'm not." You sound like one.
That's a strange question.
Weird question. Asked me about 3 times if I'm a fuckwit. What do you think I'm going to say, Chief?
In your own pub too.
Clearly, no. It was on the Monday. It wasn't
Where
here.
were you?
We were out in the valley somewhere, just with all the staff and that. But Harley couldn't have been a nicer bloke.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, his mate was just bashing pokie machines.
Shout out to Harley
telling me for the
Davidson.
5th time that he'd won 30 grand fucking feature. Cool. Anyway, Harley liked the motorbike. He introduced himself. Gave me the biggest was the most cuddleable bloke I've ever met.
Okay.
About this yay high, same as the Chook Choker.
Yeah.
Just a fucking absolute. He was so happy.
Yeah, I'm glad he was.
So happy to just say g'day and fucking. Yeah.
I wouldn't. There's no reason not to be happy.
Yeah, no. Met a couple others. I think there was another fella, Will, said g'day.
Yeah,
a couple
okay.
others here and there. And
Oh.
I tried to write their names down because I knew I wouldn't remember them.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot going on. I mean, I just cannot get over Friday nights.
Yeah, no. That Friday night was crazy. Do you want me to tell you how crazy Friday night was?
Tell me.
So this is a story that'll go down for the ages. Sorry, I'm a bit crooky.
That nostrils.
Bit crooky shareholders. I'm actually, you get crook after that weekend because you shake so many hands, you're doing your thing, you're touching a few IDs, picking up drinks, making them, fucking.
Mate, I'm not questioning you for a second.
So, Jake Isley, one of my good mates.
Yeah,
so this is how big, you know Jake.
Yeah, I know him.
So he's
from top to bottom.
He's possibly done something that all people dream of, all people wish they could do, but don't have in it. They don't have the gusto. Jake had the gusto to answer my call at 9 a.m. So I'm on about fucking 4 hours sleep on the Saturday morning. So this is Sunday morning. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sunday morning. But Friday was that big that we went through a fuck ton of gold kegs, right? So I've done our ordering prior to the week.
We spoke about it. Oh, that was under.
Had 45 kegs delivered on Saturday of gold. We still had plenty of golds, but I'm thinking we're going to go through them. Yeah. We're not going to get to Sunday with gold kegs. And I was just thinking we need a few. We need a bit of a buffer.
Yeah.
Speak to a guy who speaks to a guy at Suncorp. Mate, we got 18 on the loading dock for you. Because Suncorp were sponsored by Powers, by CUB.
Right.
Did you notice they didn't have any gold or anything?
Saw that.
So
Powers.
CUB sponsor, which is Great Northern, they sponsor the whole event. So all their gold kegs they don't need. They're just sitting in the background.
Gotcha.
Champion bloke, the guy who sorted it out for us at fucking Suncorp, gives us a call, blah, 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 kegs are waiting. I call someone who has a ute. I didn't know Jake lives 2-3 minutes around the corner in Arthur Terrace.
Yeah.
And he goes, I said, could you please pick up 9 kegs of gold? Because he couldn't fit 18.
He got
obviously.
a truck.
He's got a big ute. Big fucking ute.
He got a big
old
trunk.
fucking ute. I don't know what it is, but that ute big.
It's big, baby.
He goes and goes there, has 2 dogs in the car, gets to the loading dock. Sorry, mate, you've got to go home, drop your dogs off before we let you in. So he not only does that,
God.
Goes in, gets the kegs at about 9 a.m. I'm like, call this person when you get to the Caxton, delivers them, goes through the car park. Remember the street was closed? Gets through the roadblock, through the coppers, delivers the 9 kegs.
Jesus.
Like nothing had even happened.
Nah.
Like nothing was even an issue. And he's just done it, delivered them. He saved the Caxton basically from running out of gold.
That's the kind of man that he is.
Yeah, and we were down on Sunday. I'm not even kidding to it. Like, you think about how many taps there are, how many keg rooms. We were down to our last 5 kegs, so we needed them. We needed them.
Well, that's just heroes get made, and they get made at the moment.
I'm calling it right now. He's Legend of the Week.
Well, give it to him.
He has to be.
He has to be because he kept this great state, this great city afloat.
He kept it flowing.
Yeah,
he kept the pub flowing with gold. And
because the caco will look bad if you go down.
Mate, I freak out.
Yeah,
I freak out. I can't go down as the guy who let the Caxton run out of gold. And Jake called on a mate to do it, and the chefs helped him load it out.
Oh,
and they go, "So, mate, do you work for Forex?" And he goes, "No, I'm just mates with Sterlo." And they're like, "What?
Jake,
what's going on? What? How do you just have 9 kegs of gold?"
Because there's a lot of blokes out there, not including myself. I would have jumped at the bit that would have done it.
I reckon there would have been plenty of blokes who'd done it. I asked Darcy and Klutz. They were asleep. They were ripping and tearing from the night before. And they said that would have been probably the highlight of their week, to go grab some kegs and vlog it and deliver it.
Do what they need to do.
Do what they need to do. There'd be plenty of people that'd step up and do it, I'm sure.
The Black Mamba couldn't fit 18 kegs, but it could fit a couple.
And I needed my beauty sleep, and my Compass House, it wasn't fitting more than 4.
You'd have a demented brain over those 3 days.
Yeah.
Because the IQ, let's be honest, wouldn't be high across.
Don't be talking about IQ here, Chief. Combined, both of us, I reckon it's about... What?
It'd be up there in a good way.
High 2s?
Yeah. Come on. I don't know what the top one is. But, hell of a weekend. The biggest weekend for Caco, which is outstanding.
Yeah, it was just good fun too.
And, the Olympic City, once again, and this is why New South Wales will never host the Magic Round, because...
And it never will. Never should.
Good chance that not only would it be out in fucking Homebush, but it'd probably be raining.
Yeah, likely.
And
he's burped.
I just burped. Apologies. And there'd be no way in the world that they'd get the attendance that we would.
Nah, it was 149,000.
There was some who's who of the world up here on Friday night.
Yeah, who?
Myself included.
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Name them off.
Alfie.
Yeah, well, that's an omen.
Yeah. Probably that was the only one besides me and Alfie that comes to mind. Oh,
Yeah.
and Das.
And Das, Klutz. There was, no, I'll rattle this off for you. I didn't know. So obviously there's a shitload of other podcasters that come up and do their thing. We let him in open arms here. Darcy's just walked in the room to sit at his office chair. He's eating some salad or something. What do you got there?
It's the first
Some salmon salad, yeah.
he could do with some greens.
Can I have a bite? You want a bite? Yeah, I've got my burger that I've half eaten there. Thanks, Darcy.
Can I just quickly say, congratulations to the Bronx. We're the first.
Say hello.
First.
Good day, guys.
Like, no one told me Darren Lockyer has just popped in to say g'day.
No, I've not seen Darcy rip and tear as hard as I have for the last 4 days? Yeah.
And the rest.
And he was here yesterday doing stuff. No, Monday, day off Tuesday. No, back here Tuesday. Back here Wednesday. He's here. It's a 7-day gig, 8-day gig, crazy. But I was impressed to see Klutz and Das. Of course, Klutzy can do it, but Das, not a known drinker, and he's been off the piss training, and it was good to see. He was here fucking from open to close, quite literally every fucking day of the week. Which, yeah. But back to the podcasters like Roasty and Guru, Den and Kemp. The Hello Sports boys did their thing up the road and came in here. Matty Johns did his potty and then came in, and Fletch and Hindy. It was who's who. Roasty doing the official opening beer of Magic Round up on the roof with the two boys, Josh and Das, and then I was lucky enough on the Sunday, knocked off early. About was like 1 a.m. I think we wrapped it up on the Sunday. Everyone was fucked, all the staff and guards, and did the last beer with them, and it was good.
That is good. I mean, the great thing is we've got the M1 Derby this Sunday.
It doesn't stop.
And so we just go again because there'll be a full house.
Reds play the Force on Saturday too, their last home game.
Really?
They'll make the finals, so they'll hopefully get a home game.
Well, that's just a little curtain raiser for the blockbuster on Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Because I want to go, shareholders. If you're out, I'll be there on Sunday. If you've got any tickets that you're not using.
That'll be another 10 a.m. start for everyone here.
Oh, shit, yeah. 2 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
Dry wicket, bluebird.
See, that's what people don't understand about Magic Round is that you're here from 3:30. Well, you close the pub at 3. We were licensed to 5 on Friday and Saturday. There's no way you'd use it. You'd go to it. You're here for at 3 a.m. And you reopen the pub at 10 a.m.
Oh.
So you got to clean it within 7 hours.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
top to bottom. It's a pigsty.
Oh, it's fucked. I mean, it's good just walking around Brisbane and just seeing everyone in their jerseys. Even if they're not NRL jerseys, they might be chinchillas, fucking emu jerseys or something.
The Gundawindi bush pigs.
Yeah,
The Calcutta.
Plenty.
The Calcutta emus. Yeah, of course you can.
I just want to say on that, when you leave the Caxton Hotel after a Magic Round night at 3:30, you really do see some shit. The state of the floors and the bathrooms and that sort of stuff. And then coming back at 10 a.m. the next day, could have been any other Saturday. Like, the team just do such an amazing job of packing it all up.
Who is the team?
Mate, on Sunday when we were leaving, there's some poor bloke cleaning out the bathrooms. I walked in and I was like, holy fuck. I was like, I hope you're paying that bloke millions, Sterlo, millions. And that they did an amazing job, so credit to them.
So we need to give a shout out to your cleaners because I've got a feeling
Dicky boy.
That's their grand final of grand finals.
Dickens downstairs is chief cleaner.
Yeah, good.
But we give it a good clean and they come in over the top and just,
You use Chrissy Lynn's mate, the sanitizer, yeah?
I've got his info, he's got to reach out to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, massive week. We haven't even actually covered the footy.
No, we haven't. And I'll tell you what, started off with the right way. Who did I tip?
That was a hell of a game, Raiders.
I did tip Raiders. A few people got on the back of that. Unfortunately, the Titans, I think, got robbed. I reckon the Titans got robbed.
Yeah, they did get robbed. I mean, the game of the Wars crowd.
Yeah, the Wars got him over the line.
That was the closest thing I've seen to a Wars home ground that I will ever see.
Yeah.
It was heaving with Wars. Apparently, they started at the LA.
Yeah. We had heaps of them here.
Oh, shit, yeah. They came out in drones.
Yeah, good.
And the Bronx, that was a shit game.
Did they arrive in drones?
They arrived in drones. Just fucking cop it and move on, cockhead.
Droves? Or they
whatever.
Did they have like actual drones carry them from New Zealand?
Yeah, exactly right.
How many drones were they?
Well, I would have said upwards of 20,000.
20,000 drones. How were they?
Big drones.
They had little hooks.
Yeah.
And they're just being wired from A to B from
They-
Auckland to Brisbane.
They were hooked around their undies and they were just on a drone. Now, anyway, if you'd shut the fuck up and let me go.
Oh, mate, no, hold on. Christian Beeves brought up the other week. You know, he goes, "You're talking about the ice hockey, righto? So ice hockey's obviously a game of 3 quarters." He had to listen to it back.
Periods. I meant to say periods.
It's 4 quarters.
No,
Ice hockey is 4 quarters.
No, what he meant was it can't be 3 quarters. It's called periods. It goes for 3 periods.
Ice hockey.
Yeah, that's not 4 quarters. It's 3. There's 4. It can be 4 quarters.
How many quarters are in an ice hockey game? It's like a basketball game, right?
You're right.
Oh, hold on.
The thing is, you can't call it quarters because there's 4 quarters.
I know that.
So
but
it's
how
3
many
periods.
There's not, is there?
Yes.
In ice hockey?
Yes. 3
When's half
periods.
time?
No, you have a break after each period.
So there's only 3 periods in ice hockey.
ice hockey.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, correct.
No way.
I'm 100%.
What is it, 20-minute periods?
Around that.
Oh, I thought it was the
15.
same as basketball.
No. No. I was right.
I'm rocked then. I'm a fool.
Yeah, I'm right with the number 3, but I used the 3 periods. 20
Okay,
minutes.
well, I stand corrected.
I just used the
Wow.
wrong terminology, which is uncharacteristic.
If anyone
of
else
me.
out there thought there was 4 periods then, 4 quarters?
4 quarters.
In a fucking ice hockey game?
Yeah.
Let me know, because I thought there was. That's how the Yanks do it over there.
Can we give a quick shout out to the Broncos media team? We've just been the
Yeah.
first professional sports club to reach 500,000 followers,
Wow.
which speaks volumes of us not only as a team but as a brand.
Fucking oath it does, yeah.
So get up.
Yeah, I like that. It's gotten better. It's professional.
I thought Collingwood would have hit 500,000 before us.
You know who's doing a lot better? Whoever the fuck took over the Reds one. Have you seen the Reds social media? No, dude. You need to look at
keep up with
it
it.
compared to last year.
the
It's not.
Broncos is in another world.
Oh, it would be, but whoever took over from the Reds is doing.
Yeah, I'll give credit. Give them their due.
Wonders. It's so much different. So let's talk Magic Round again. I got a few other things. The farts.
What do you mean the farts? Like
Like
legitimately, people
literally
farting.
farting. Like the smells.
Oh, there would have been some
Like,
terrible gas.
People, you walk past, you're standing there, they walk past you, just crop dusting the shit out of the pub. It's fucked, mate. Klutzy's one of them. But people like I was trying to turn on a TV. There was an issue with one of the TVs
Could we
downstairs.
get the air checked? Could we order someone? Because at our office we got our air checked.
It'd be chemicals.
It'd be like you'd die.
Mate, I nearly vomited. I retched outside. I've never smelled anything like it, whatever the fuck it was eating. What it is it's just that what gets me is there was a group of guys sitting downstairs. One of them farted, and I'm sitting there, and they made a joke about the fart. And they're just so content to just sit in it,
Yeah.
and smell it, and not make any.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it was fucked.
Yeah.
It was fucking disgusting. You're obviously sweet with just smelling it. And then you got nothing to say.
Well, mate, I smell a lot of things with this schnoz, and so nothing seems to fool me these days.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get on the toppy in the first at Warwick Farm.
Yeah, good on you, mate. You're not doing a podcast right now. This is what I got to deal with, Darcy. It's ridiculous. The
I
professionalism.
mean, when you see a moral like that, shareholders, you've got to step into it. But it was an amazing weekend for all involved. The results were great for the NRL. They did all the right things.
What's it called?
It's Shalar Gold.
All right.
$2.75 they're going to give you.
Bear with us, shareholders. We're getting the TV put
I'm
on.
heading to the track with Spanky for Derby Day in the Ladbrokes Lounge. So if I need to plug Ladbrokes Lounge, I will. I'll be there next Saturday, shareholders. If you're there, find me in the mounting yard and let's rock and roll.
Entone venues.
Yeah. But mate, hell of a week. So I need to I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I need to plug.
I want to plug Turnermeister.
Yeah, who is he?
He's caught on to something. So he messages in and he says, "Fuck! I nearly fell to the ground before, lads. All I saw was a waxing moon, and thought, no, could it be the stars of the line for the mighty Broncos to be playing on a waxing crescent? Then I read on further to my disgust that it's going to be a waxing gibbous. Happy Magic Round, lads. The waxing gibbous is the opposite, so still means a win technically. It does mean it wins." but difficult to say last night. Bring on the waxing crescent, because that was a hard watch. It was a hard watch that game.
It was such... Was there a waxing crescent on Friday night?
A waxing Gibby, so you just listen to what I said. Yeah.
We're on the bunny here.
Yeah,
I
we've
just
just clicked
hope
on
they
the telly.
keep J-Mac in a pocket.
What number are we? 1?
We're leading.
We're the 1?
Yeah, I'm scared
All
about
right,
J-Mac.
shareholders. Feed him off. Commentate
No,
it.
J-Mac's
Commentate
out.
it. Commentate
J-Mac's
it.
out.
Is it the 1?
What's he got under the hood?
yellow? The
Respond
yellow?
to the whip.
Go.
No,
Go.
fucking J-Mac.
He's just come second. Maybe
Again.
third. Second. That's a tough watch.
Anyway,
How much you have on it?
50.
Yeah, 35 down the drain for myself.
Yeah, I was already cashed.
Oh, no.
Fucking J-Mac the dog.
Don't write off J-Mac at Work Farm.
Nah, well, there you go, shareholders. It's Wednesday, so...
He's getting that one out of... He's getting the cobwebs
Yeah,
out.
you had to get the cobwebs out.
Yeah, you got to give something better for the shareholders.
I'll give you a I'll post a 3-legger today. Is
Yeah,
what
well,
I'll
your
do.
last one won. So.
Last one won. So yeah. Do we have a knob of the week?
I don't know if there could be
Because
any, really.
I do have to get back to work.
Yeah, I've got to go down the coast. I've got a dinner to go to
Yeah,
the
you've
casino.
got- where are you going?
I've got to rob the casino in some blackjack.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
And rob him you will.
Yeah, rob my will.
Do it in broad daylight.
Another thing I've just quickly I want to touch on is how much of a fucking alpha play it is in baseball. So weird. I was watching so many highlights of it when people rush the mound. You ever seen it?
When they rush the man.
Yeah. So in baseball, when the pitcher's pitching and they can throw the thing, like if you put a fucking dime on a wall, they'd hit that dime. They're that accurate, some of those
they
MLB
are.
pitchers.
Yeah.
And so if they get pissed off or whatever, or they don't like the batter, they'll fucking throw it at their arm. And they're throwing it. They say in baseball, you got to react before the pitcher's even thrown. That's how fast they're throwing. It's like 100 plus miles an hour.
Yeah.
They hit the fuckers, right? And the pitcher, that's when they rush them out. They run at them and there's a fight. It's on. It's on for young and old.
Yeah.
I have respect for the guy who's the batter who's been hit because he's running out a full team, right?
Yeah.
His team's in the dugout.
In the dugout.
And they've got, can you turn this off so this fucking dickhead just listens?
I'm listening.
You got one eye on fucking on Taupo. Where's Taupo?
It's in New Zealand.
Jesus
They
Christ.
run true at Taupo.
Jesus. In the dirt.
You want to be coming down the outside at Taupo, especially. I think it's about a heavy 10 there.
Yeah. Okay. Fucker's been hitting the arm, rushes the mound. His team's about 10 seconds behind him, and he's likely going to get flogged by the entire team.
Yeah.
He got taken out, I think, by the first baseman who came in and he threw the first punch, this guy, at the pitcher.
Yeah.
Pitcher threw him back. First baseman runs over and just fucking cleaned the guy up, and it's on for young and old. But a lot of respect for both of the pitcher and the batter when the mound is rushed.
Well, because they normally go at it because the pitchers hit it.
It's so alpha.
Yeah. It's good.
It's so alpha.
I mean, the punches are very all over the shop too.
They don't know how to throw
They're
them.
just ragdoll punches.
No. I mean, I have done boxing training for 2 weeks with Das, so I do know how to hit a bag or two.
Hell yeah, you'd be really threatening in the ring. I'll tell you what, that heavyweight...
You could have made a better pun out of that. But anyway.
That heavyweight fight was a cracker. Juszczyk. Juszczyk.
Alexander Usyk.
Yeah.
He knocked out Fury,
Yeah, he beat him.
Yeah, he didn't knock him out, did he?
Didn't knock him out.
Points, yeah.
Undisputed. But fantastic sportsmanship. He's going to now go over to England and stay at Tyson Fury's house
Have a feed, yeah. And vice versa.
Talk about how that fight was trying to beat the shit out of one another.
Yeah, and vice versa. I think Tyson's going to go to Ukraine.
Yeah. He might
to
fight.
see it. Love to see it. It's all money.
Love to see Tyson get on the front line against Russia.
Yeah. I mean...
And just stick it to him.
Yeah, just be Ukrainians' big gypsy.
Big gypsy king.
Yeah.
They could do with another gypsy king.
Who was the guy that... Usyk did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't Alexander do it for Ukraine?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did do it.
And Klitschko?
Yeah, and Klitschko.
There's a couple others.
Klitschko, yeah.
No, you do love to see that.
But that might be us shareholders. I do have to get back to work.
He's got to get back to work. One other thing, that was a really quick episode. Kobe Hetherington.
We just got to give you something, shareholders.
Why is Kobe Hetherington being slept on in Origin selection? Why is no one talking about him?
Yeah, talking about him.
Why are we talking about other people and not Kobe? He has not been even brought up, and he should be. Okay. They're talking Max Plath, who I don't have an issue with.
No.
Guys played less than 10 games for the Dolphins. They're talking Corey Jensen,
Yeah.
good player, great player. We love Corey. He's a Bronco.
Yeah.
Pia Kura, love him. Pia Kura's the nicest bloke that's going around that's sat on this couch.
Kobe would be good for Origin.
Kobe is a fucking Origin player,
Yeah,
dude.
he is an Origin player.
Yeah. Those three players, love to have them in the team, but I think Kobe should be spoken about in the conversation.
I think so too.
You know?
I'm just trying to wind you up here because I feel like you will keep going if we don't stop.
I've got so much in me.
Well, if you want to keep going and I'll just leave you. Right,
Das is gonna come on.
I'm going to sub out here, shareholders. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you all next week and I'll have a 3-legger for you that'll get up.
See you, bro.
But
Darcy's coming on.
But by the time you listen to this, my 3-legger's probably already won.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
So
when is the 3-legger for
I'll
today?
put it for today.
Okay, yeah.
I'll put it up.
Yeah,
for today.
they'll have won.
They would have already won. We've been cash in the bank.
Post it on the story.
Yeah, I will. I'll quickly post a video now.
Yeah, right. Good on you, pal. Here, Darcy's just finishing off his salmon bowl, and Berkey's putting on the shades, and he's going back to the great place of Tander. And your shoes, mate. Your shoes.
Yeah. Shareholders, I've just bought new wheels. I'll have them online for you soon. New balance have just come on board.
And I've got to say, they are nice. The NB, are they 330s? New Balance 330s? Yeah, right. They're new to the thing, apparently.
I'm a 550 man myself.
What's that?
New Balances.
Oh, 550, yeah. I got a pair. I don't really wear them often. You got your Reeboks
Really
on?
comfy. Yeah, I like to rotate.
Yeah.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. This is where the listens go up.
You reckon?
Yeah, the listens go up now that Berkey's on him trying to take a fucking issue.
With the massive bit of fluff in between his feet as well. There's no fluff anywhere around him, and he's got it in between his feet for the photo. What?
You don't know much about much.
I also love how instead of being like, listen for when this comes out to have a look at our story for a bet, it's, oh, you've already missed it.
Yeah.
It's already happened. You know what I mean?
It's common.
If you're
dude.
listening to this, too late.
It's so common. It's so common. It's no. You look at you'll have looked at your socials.
You will have.
You will have won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
He's got the, what's in here? Is that why he's got the shaking
coffee?
hand?
Yeah. That's probably what.
Why would we?
You talking? No, we're fine. You just keep going over there, bud.
Yeah, we can't even hear you.
Yeah. How are you going, bud?
I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there. It's been a pretty tough week, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
First time I've had a bender like that in a long time.
Yeah.
I was pretty conscious of not getting too stupid. Like leaving every day, I was still of right mind.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure we had a big chat on Friday when I left. And like I was pissed, but just not too,
Yeah.
Off my head.
Yeah.
Conscious of being back here the next. We got here at 10 o'clock both Saturday and Sunday.
Well, your plan was to was be here every day.
Yeah.
Obviously, like that, like everyone else. But you did it well.
Yeah.
I've got to say, you did it well. You didn't get crazy. You fucking enjoyed it. But you were chilling out, having your R&R in here in the potty room. And
we just picked our battles.
You picked your battles and you picked them well. And you hit your last man here.
I think 2 years ago at Magic Round, we went hard in the content and it was awesome. And then last year we just sort of partied and didn't do as much content. And it was a bit of a missed opportunity. And this year I think we found the right balance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've watched the vlog yet that Donnie did on our YouTube, but it's fucking so sick.
I did watch.
It's like,
it's great.
He absolutely nailed it. And the fact, like, he was just sitting over there building it as the weekend went. So it was ready to go on Monday night. Like,
I thought it was pretty cool how Lukey from Levels was in here doing that and Donnie was doing that at the same time. They were just back-to-back screens using your computers in here.
Yep.
That's hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
Hustle. Like, well, and they did it.
I'm about to pump up our own tires here. I said this to Donnie. I was like, we owned content that weekend. Like, who made better content than us that weekend?
Seeable.
Like, obviously we had access to the pub, so we got to shoot a whole heap of shit. But like, obviously everyone who came up from Sydney and that was all busy. But I honestly think that our vlog's the best out of anyone's.
Yeah. No, I liked it. I haven't seen anyone's other vlogs. But you obviously had the run of the mill here, doing whatever.
Exactly.
And you could fucking.
And that's like we made the most of it, you know what I mean? Got to take your opportunities.
Exactly. So. Yeah, take your opportunities.
Yeah, that's it.
Talking like Kobe.
Yeah, I'm fucking. Every word hurts. I can have 19 strepsils yesterday just to get through our podcast. It was fucked.
Jesus.
Mate, Clutzy coughed so hard last night he yacked.
What?
Yeah,
On the
he's
podcast.
so sick. No, at home.
Is he coming in today?
Yeah, he's
Tell him to
wait.
stay away.
He said he's
Yeah.
going to wait till literally till we're ready to roll.
See, I was sick leading into the week. I was like real crook, and
Yeah.
everyone here was real sick at work.
Perfect.
And I was like on the Thursday, dude, I was fucked. I think I worked myself out of being sick.
Yeah.
Started sweating and shit. And I think I was fine, but I was worried. Like I was like getting fluey and stuff.
Yeah.
Moved a few kegs around, and I was like,
Well,
nah,
this
this
isn't
is
good.
stupid. I got 3 more days to do this shit. Fucking please God, no. And he listened. Not that I'm religious, but he listened. Someone listened.
There must be a
The
God.
body God listened.
There must be a God.
Yeah. No, like, what was your highlight though? What was your Berkey asked
That's a
me that and
very
I
good
couldn't
question. That's a very, very good question.
couldn't think of it. But now I say it, I think up here was pretty cool organising that for the Matty John show.
Yeah, it was rowdy as. I didn't actually spend
yeah.
much time over there. Donnie was locked away. We obviously
Red Dragon.
filmed something for Culture Kings in the morning, which we had to edit and get out, and then film something for Budgie, which we had to edit and get out. Plus, Donnie was working on the vlog, and like obviously he was doing all the editing, but we're not just going to leave him sit there and fuck off. So like
Yeah.
whenever he was on the tours, we were sort of up here. So we didn't go out there too much, but it was pretty funny. Like got to have a chat and a beer with Cooper and Jack Johns, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Fletch and Heine, we sort of in and out. Matty Johns was just like at his all-time funniest.
Yeah.
Mate, some of the shit he was saying up here, like I was bent over in half. Like
Yeah, he's a funny man.
he said at one stage, everyone's sort of crowded around, and I can't even remember what he said, but it was something like so rash. Like I was like, oh, and then I think it was Fletch goes, you shouldn't say that in front of your son, Matthew. And he's like, I'd never say anything like that in front of one of my kids. And looked at Cooper and he's like, and I still haven't. And then he goes like this. Everyone's laughing. And he puts his hand up in front of the circle and goes, and that's why I'm a TV icon. He was doing tequila shots to try and cure his fucking heartburn.
His heartburn, yeah.
And he's walking around going, oh, the poltergeist. It's in my chest. He was on one.
How bad is a heartburn
I don't
spell?
get
But
heartburn,
oh, mate,
so-
it's debilitating. It is
Yeah.
poltergeisty.
Yeah,
It is.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever had it. So
Um,
I reckon, honestly, the highlight for me, I don't even know if I've had a chance to tell you this yet, but Roasty was so excited to pour a beer at the Caxton all weekend, and he got the opportunity on Sunday night, and he was just like,
yeah, I was with him. I let him.
yeah, but he came over after
Yeah.
and put his arm around me and like grabbed me, and he was like, he was having the best time on
He
Sunday.
was, eh?
And he said to me, he's like, you don't get this because you're up here every single day, but that's the most amazing thing I've ever done, and I'll tell my grandkids about it.
Pouring a beer at
Yeah.
the Caxton.
On Magic
Yeah.
Round.
I couldn't believe how many people were filming him.
Yeah.
Like just
I got such a good fucking
Like
thing of
over-
it. And he's just like playing to the crowd as well. He's like,
yeah.
so funny.
over
so that
the
was
top
pretty
of
sick.
people. Like,
And then Robbie Williams to close out the caco on the final beer of the weekend.
well,
like,
we did. I turned it off, the music.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, had a beer with yous, and like we had to wrap up at 1. And then everyone does the 6 more songs.
yeah.
And then I was like, nah, we'll go again. turned up Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we asked that DJ about 100 times. Like, yeah. And
damn.
just never
Yeah.
played it. Yeah. All it took was the fucking manager to ask him to play it, and he did. And it went off. Everyone was fucking
they
singing
did.
it.
Yeah, it's a track. Highlight for me, I reckon, was actually similar thing like Fletch and Hindy when they were up here, just being Brian Fletcher. Like, is I think the funniest human being alive.
Yeah.
Like alive.
Yeah.
Matty's obviously funny, but some of the shit that comes out of Brian's mouth, like
Yeah.
you have to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
and it's so it's just so
He doesn't-
spur of the moment. Doesn't think.
He's not sitting there at night
Bro.
thinking up ideas. He's just
Like,
rattling them off. Yeah.
He I was looking after him a bit when they came up. Obviously they don't want to come in and be around all the dribblers straight away. So they were in my office to the just out there, well, you know where it is.
Yeah.
And I've come in, and after they settled down, and they're sitting on my Hindy's sitting on my chair. They're sort of like getting in the moment, getting in the character, had the bungers and stuff, and then Leon, the producer, goes, go around and get a photo with him, mate. And Hindy goes, come here, mate, sit on my lap. And Fletcher's there, puts his arm around me, and he's just talking. He's like, yeah, it's the fucking 80s. It's the fucking 80s, cunt. Fuck yeah. Like, lights a durry. Literally
Inside.
lights a durry inside. And then Ross, the owner, comes in and just looking at him like, right. Like,
What is happening?
yeah, but just some of the stuff he was like, he said something about like, just rubbing tugs in Vietnam and shit. Oh, mate, it was just funny. I can't even remember it.
He was punting on the horses and stuff as well. It was so funny.
Yeah, he's a DJ.
We had the footy on and he's like, can you put the fucking races on?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no.
sure.
They love tequila too, like you said. They love Neho tequila.
I didn't get to, but he was pouring shots for everyone. I didn't have one, but there was the tequila floating around over there. It was pretty wild. All their producers and cameramen and stuff are legends as well.
Top blokes, Leon.
We came in because I didn't really know they were going to be like in this part. And I walked up on Saturday morning, yeah. And I was like, hey guys, we're just going to be back there, like doing some editing. They're like, yeah, sweet. And then one of them came out and was like, boys, if we're on your way, like just tell us to move. And I was like, oh, the opposite, like tell us to fuck. Because they had like
heaps
all
of
their
shit.
rigs and
That's
stuff.
so much
like
shit.
all their equipment.
Yeah.
And they took over this space, but fuck, they cleaned it all up when they left, as well as a few like pairs of boots and shit. But
They said that we can have them. They were like, we're not going to take
and that
them.
arm wrestle table.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the other funniest things, we came up here to get, I think we came up to get our jumpers on Sunday night, and Clutzy was in his like bloke jersey, and Millie from Budgie was like double denimed with Clutzy's cowboy hat on and speed dealers, and Clutzy and Millie are like on the arm wrestle table, and Ross walks in and he just goes, I'm back in the Texan. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to say, like, even remember, like, the
I
little
know.
things. You got to
And
note it.
I know,
You
there's
gotta
all
note
little
it, dude.
things that you fucking forget.
One of the things I was saying to you is, like, how many times I'd be walking past people and, like, you're so locked into something. Like, I got my earpiece in and you're fucking, like, trying to concentrate, and then you'll hear something funny from, like, a group of people.
Yeah.
And it was, what did I say to one of you? I was like, some big country bloke goes, mate, you ever done the cocaine? Like you just hear shit like that, or like walking past, I'm like, oh my god.
Some of the shit that would have got said at this pub over the weekend.
What do you reckon the glizzy count was?
I actually went through our bank account the other day. It was pretty not as high as I thought it was going to be. But like, I've just been fucking shitting through the Ivan needle. I'm like, what's going on? And then I remembered I didn't use cutlery for like 4 days and just drank piss every day. So like, that'll probably do it.
Yeah. He sold a lot of sausages.
I can imagine. He was giving them out for free on Sunday night.
Was he really?
Yeah, he's like, can't be fucked to charge anyone. Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, he probably had 7 left. Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Like, it was late.
Yeah.
Like, just before
wanted
you
to
shut
get
the
rid
car
of them
park.
probably as well.
Yeah.
Mate, he went, the year before that, he ran out.
Really?
So he underestimated
stocked up
it.
this
But
year.
he kept a lot of his stock in our
I
Goldman,
saw him
which was fine.
having
A beer?
a meeting with Steve and Ross yesterday. I thought they probably just
meeting,
tallying off how many he went through.
Yeah, I think he just probably came in to say good day, just fucking yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good man, old Mr. Saucy.
Yeah.
Mike.
Great sausages too. Fucking hell.
They're the best. They
Pulled
make
me out
it.
of,
Apparently
pulled me out of plenty of holes.
yeah, they make them, which is
They're delightful.
somehow.
If you haven't had
Yeah.
one, like, fuck, you're missing out.
How are you though? How long is this gonna make you just be in a hole for?
Well, I got a Bucks party on fucking Friday on the Gold Coast.
You sound defeated.
Yeah, I feel fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucked. And yeah, I got a Bucks party Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Paddy Nicholson. You know what's I got a,
Fuck you, Paddy.
yeah, a message in the group chat came through just before. The house sleeps 16, so 11 people will need to bring swags.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
I'll be saying no. I'm not one of them. So I don't have a swag.
Yeah, I don't have a swag.
Who
so
owns a fucking swag?
heaps of boys from the bush, all the boarders
Yeah.
that'll be at this fucking thing.
Fair.
Also, they
Not a part of that. Not
they
about
won't
that
even need
life.
to sleep, those boys. So
Yeah.
if I can get through that, I'll be all right. But geez, it's looking fucking grim. Clutzy's on his last legs. He's supposed to be coming as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him as pissed as he was on Saturday night in a very long time. He was pissed on Saturday. Drunk.
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't get drunk easy.
sitting on the couch drinking Red Bulls, trying to pull himself out of it.
I got to say, you guys handle it very well with all the fans and the dribblers that come up to you that, you know,
Yeah, it was
say
pretty
good day and get
full on
photos.
Saturday. We were trying to
yeah.
film something for Budgie Smuggler. It was chaos. Didn't help. We were getting around in Budgies, probably in the car park.
Yeah. Like Roasty even. Like the amount of people that come up to Roasty,
mate,
get
Guru,
photos.
I've never seen Guru shake more hands than Guru in a fucking 4-minute time period. And he was crook too. Like he had the flu.
He was crook.
So he would have been fucking hating it. But didn't bat an eyelid, the great man.
Yeah. I was saying that to Roasty mainly. I was like, how do you go about it?
Roasty froths it.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do next year for content? Give Roasty the keys to the Caxton and just let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, you were saying.
He's the king.
How so would you give him the keys?
Just be like, present him on the Friday. You can have the keys to
Give him a
Caxton.
big key.
Yeah, and say you can do whatever you want here over the next 3 days, and just get him to come up with ideas. He'll think of some hilarious shit, like the beer on the roof and stuff.
Yeah.
he would froth it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a man who
See-
loves Magic Round or NRL more than the NRL roast.
Yeah. No, you're probably right.
And the
He-
content that he made off the back of it,
Brilliant.
he's got such a good content
Brilliant.
line.
Yeah, well, that's
See, he
his-
ate 9 pies at the footy. The Tigers-Cowboys game, he had to eat a pie for every try that got scored. And he ate 9.
I didn't
And then he
see
came
that.
up here. I saw him after. I was like, how you feeling? He's like, I'm fucked. And I was like, what have you been drinking?
Dude.
He's like, no, I've got 9 pies in my guts. I was like,
Dude, all respect to him, he could probably handle it. He
4
could
and
probably fit him.
20s. Yeah.
He could fit him.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Fuck, that's actually not about it because I was saying to Berkey, I was like, Matt, you've no content from the weekend
Yeah.
for us. Like I can't fucking.
Yeah.
I'm
tough
doing it
for
on the
you.
Caxton.
You could just wear a fucking GoPro on your
Yeah.
head, though.
I'm doing it on the Caxton socials, and our girl Tegan actually did a fucking great job with that.
Mate,
that
your
reel.
socials were sick.
Yeah.
Even the photos and stuff that
Yeah.
came out were fucking mad.
Most of the photos I try and do because I'm around it and you see
Yeah,
it, so
yeah.
I just upload them immediately, and then Tegan does a lot of the stories and stuff like that, and she loves it, dude.
Yeah.
She loves doing it, and
The reel that was like all the little video clips was sick.
she's so good. Except she fucked up the end of it. It was like 2 minutes of black, a minute of black
Yeah,
or something. But
yeah,
she
I
was
did
like,
notice that.
she was like, I accidentally uploaded it and saw that it had like 200 likes in a couple of
Yeah,
minutes, and I was
whatever.
like, who cares?
Yeah, no.
It was fucking no one gives
Yeah,
a shit.
yeah.
That's the Caxton.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
But she
Sorry, we're too
does a
busy
really good
serving
job,
piss.
Teagues.
Yeah. No, your socials were good.
Yeah.
The pub socials were sick.
Berkey, I was like, bro, you need to fucking learn how to work your phone, cunt.
Yeah.
Upload shit.
Yeah, that's what we. I feel like last year we just didn't make the most of it. It's such a good opportunity to do some cool shit
Yeah.
on camera. Like
It-
I'm gonna watch that vlog we did when I'm fucking 60 and be
Yeah.
like, that was so sick.
Yeah. Well, the annoying thing is I love doing that stuff and
Yeah.
editing and that. Like how
It's
like when I went to
literally the one
Japan.
weekend you can't do
Yeah.
it though. Huh?
When I went to Japan,
Yeah.
like made that fucking video and yeah. But what do you think of the footy? What was your didn't watch it? No.
Went to, honestly, like I've said on our show heaps, I'm not a huge fan of watching the footy at the footy. I like going to the footy. It's fun. You sit with your mates, have a few beers and stuff.
Depends where you sit.
I just think it's too hard for me to follow the game. Like I could go to a game, you but who played well? Like, I fucking couldn't tell you. Whereas on TV, obviously not. We went on Friday to both games. More than one game is too much. Like by the end of, there was not long left in the Raiders Bulldogs game. I was like, get this off. Like I'm fucking.
Some of the games
done.
were fucking shit.
Oh mate,
The
like,
Dolphins Tigers game
I don't know
was
how
shit,
people go
man.
and sit there for 3 games.
Yeah.
like, back to back.
Was it
to back.
Dolphins Tigers? The last game?
No, yeah, it was. Yeah,
That was a shit game. That was a boring game to
I couldn't
watch.
see past my nose at
Yeah.
that stage. So
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the footy. Other than that,
To be
so.
fair to you, I'm kind of the opposite because I don't get to go to that many games. So, and they're obviously Broncos games. Last
Yeah.
one I really went to was that Bronx Cows.
Yeah.
When they played on Good Friday, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
And they killed him in the
Oh,
rain.
if it's a good game,
Yeah.
it's a good game. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you just miss a lot. You don't have the commentators. You know,
The
telling
beers
you
taste
what's
better
what.
too.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I love going to the footy. It's good fun. But in terms of like,
Yeah.
if you had to ask me to recap a game after I've been, it's like, oh, I couldn't fucking tell you. Like,
I would go home and rewatch that game.
yeah,
like maybe
exactly.
Twice.
Yeah.
Watch the
exactly.
game and then the highlights.
Yeah. Especially if there's a sick crowd, like it's obviously awesome to experience, especially Origin and things like that. But in terms of actually like, if you ask me, was it a good game of footy? Like I'd much prefer to be sitting at home watching it where I can.
Oh, I reckon a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
But,
I
like,
what I
I
don't
honestly reckon the fucking footy, whatever, like it doesn't matter who plays who. It's not even about that. Like no one goes to Magic Round and go, oh, fucking had the best time in the stadium, do they? How many stories have you heard out of Magic Round that happened at the Suncorp Stadium?
Yeah, not many.
0.
Yeah.
It's about the fucking precinct and the atmosphere and everything else that goes
Yeah.
with it.
On that, the NRL fucked up majorly with that congestion
in
on
the
Caxton
street,
Street.
yeah.
After the game. I mean, it was good to put it on and do that fan zone or fan fest, whatever they called it.
What do they even have there though, bro? Face painting and fucking Magic Round merch with every logo on it. Like,
The big ball. That was
Yeah, it was good to get a photo with.
Good
it. I feel like
spectacle,
you could
but-
actually get some. You could actually do cool shit there. Like I don't know what it would be.
They
But
had like some passing stuff.
yeah,
and, like I saw down the road, they had a.
that's where it should be though. Down the bottom there, you
down at
need
the
that as a
precinct, yeah.
thoroughfare, not as
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, it was. If you saw it and you left the game, it was just an absolute nightmare. It was like the opposite. It was a funnel. It was
Yeah.
like the bottom of Caxton Street was a funnel going into the very narrow Caxton Street where pubs are either side of it and
Yeah.
gambars and everything. And they had they had the containers and they had a generator and stuff. Apparently the generator died and the ball deflated and went, nearly fell on people. And
was massive.
they had people like holding it
You know,
up,
it
like
was-
pushing it
I
and
don't know
shit.
if you
Like,
actually went to have a look at the ball in all its glory, but when they say it's a replica, it was like they had like
dimples on the ball.
Not so much dimples, but you know, like where you pump up a footy and it tells you like how far to inflate it. They had like that on it. Like every detail was on there, which like
kidding me?
Swear to God on my life, because we filmed something up there and I was like, "Are you fucking?"
Imagine if
joking
you
me?"
touched it and it felt like grippy.
Yeah, had the it was
like a
fucking
football, yeah.
like just absolutely unnecessary. Like
Yeah.
it was so detailed that it was like pixelated up close, but obviously if you stood down the street, it looked sick.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was saying about that, like how they had the AstroTurf out, the amount of staff that were there setting it up on the Friday morning.
See how many cunts tripped over the little markers in the road?
Yeah.
Under the AstroTurf because you
Yeah.
can't see them.
Yeah, the what? The mark? Oh,
You know, like on
the
road
road-
markings
yeah,
with like reflective
Yeah.
things because they just had fake turfos on people
Yeah.
just booting them.
I couldn't believe how many people were rolling around on
Yeah, I
on
know.
that and on the road.
It's the last place I'd be.
I've never seen, like, not even, they weren't even drunk. They were just mucking around.
I got the fucking look at that carpet burn from scoring a try over there.
Oh no, you're on some
Yeah.
shape.
Ah, no. Did I tell you what Matty said to me?
You
there?
did, yeah. Repeat it though.
He so last year we were blessed by the presence of Matthew Johns running defensive shapes up here at the Caxton Hotel, and I walked past him on Friday, Arvo, I think, when they were setting up for their show the following day, and I was like, oh, I won't annoy him, but and I went for a piss, and then I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna go and say something, and when I was like, hey mate, you probably don't remember me, I'm Darcy. He's like, Darcy, of course I remember you. I shook my hand and I was like, no, you don't. He's like, no, I actually don't. And I laughed and I was like, oh, this time last year you and I were up here with a few other people and you were showing us defensive shapes of NRL and he just started pissing himself and he's like, mate, we'll go one better this year. Come back tomorrow with 18 mates and we'll have a fully opposed session.
That's so
I'm
good.
just pissing myself.
That's so good.
So
That is so fucking funny.
So funny. He's the best.
He knows how to handle people.
Yeah.
And just like he's like a how do you say it? Like he controls it. He can legit control a room.
Yeah.
He
he's
can have
just like
everyone
a storyteller and a
Yeah.
performer. And
Yeah. He's a yarnsman.
yeah.
He's a yarn
From way
smith.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
I got to say, Magic Round. Thank the Lord that it's here for another 3 years because that was
What else
something
are they gonna do,
special.
mate?
Yeah, it's true.
It'll be
It's true.
shit house
It's
if
true.
they went anywhere else.
They'd make a mistake if they took it elsewhere, and
Yeah.
I think they'd bring it back if they did take it elsewhere. But from what I've heard as well, that a lot of it's just bullshit. Like they always knew they were going to have it here.
Yeah,
They always knew. Like,
why would they take it anywhere else?
why would the NRL buy Gambaros?
Exactly. And like they would make so much money off it as well. Like why the fuck would they take it anywhere else? You
Yeah.
can't do it anywhere else like you do it here.
No. And a lot of people say it and they know it and it's great. And that's why the Caxton's here,
Yeah.
to service all these people.
Yeah.
But
I must have serviced a few people over the weekend.
mate, it was like nothing I've ever seen. I'm going to toot my own horn. Did pretty well with
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah.
Because I was freaking out a bit. The Monday, the gold thing was crazy with Jake. Imagine if you guys went picked up.
Yeah, it would have been epic.
Klutz was saying, "Cunt."
Yeah.
I would have loved to have done that.
Yeah.
But
I was bastard.
our stock levels, we ran out of a lot of stuff, like just the random little things. Like, but mate, I was pulling my hair out at some points, like thinking,
Jeez,
shit.
you wouldn't want to pull too hard.
Yeah. Not too many had come out. Well, not too many
Wouldn't
be
be
left.
many
Yeah.
But no, mate, it was fantastic. It was
Yeah.
Couldn't have gone better, I don't think.
No.
It didn't seem like there
No.
was too many dickheads here. I'm sure you would have had the
No.
odd fucking
We were talking about that before. I think you rolled in. There wasn't really any
Yeah.
any big fights or dramas because everyone's just in a good mood. And
Yeah.
a lot of people in a state, I think, are just happy to be here.
yeah.
Not to sound like a fucking loser, but I think they are. Like
And
they're
also,
just,
as I sort of touched on before, no one really gives a fuck. Like people obviously give a fuck about the footy. That's what we're here for. But that's not also what you're here for. Like you
Yeah.
are here because of the footy. But
Yeah.
you're here to experience this precinct, not
Yeah.
to like, you know what I mean? Like your team loses at Magic Round, you don't fucking go home.
yeah,
You come to the Caxton.
you're right. Yeah, the cool
Like,
thing is
if I
that
go to
is-
Origin and Queensland lose, I'm not coming back here. Fuck that. Night's over. I'm done.
yeah, a lot
You know
of
what I
people,
mean?
a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
and
but
say
Magic
that.
Round's like, fuck it.
Yeah. It's good for business when the teams win down there.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anything else you wanna say? Any?
Nah, every word hurts. So
Yeah.
I just can't wait to
tell,
get
mate.
back to normal.
You gotta do yours, don't you?
I know. Yeah. Fucking hell.
All right, the last thing I wanted to say, I mentioned before, this kid Will came up and he goes, well, I'm a stockholder. He's like, you mean shareholder, bro?
He just wanted a free jug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was downstairs with his missus.
Good on him.
Yeah.
He meant well. I had someone in the car park come up to me and go, "Oh, my mate wants to get a photo with you, but he's a fake fan. He doesn't even know what your podcast is." And I was like, "Oh, whatever, bye." And then I got talking to this guy, and he's like, "So where do you guys record your podcast?" I was like, "Cunt, you obviously never listen, because at the start of every single episode we say we recorded here."
Oh,
And he's like, "What do you
God.
mean?" I was like, "We recorded at the pub." He's like, "No, you don't." I was like, "Yes, we do, cunt." That's the whole point. You obviously never listened.
The amount of people trying to get up here, I've got to say, was crazy.
Mate, I actually
would-
have to tell you, I nearly had a fucking fight with someone about it. Like,
Yeah.
I came up to get the extra hats when you rang me, and someone saw me coming up, and they're like, "Let me up." I was like, "No, there's no one up here." And he's like, "Yeah," and pushed me. I was like, "No, there's no one up here." And he fully G'd up at me, and I was like, "Cunt, there's actually no one up." There wasn't. There's
Yeah.
no one up here.
Yeah.
And he wasn't happy.
That would
I,
have shit me off.
I fucking shoved him and just shut the door.
Yeah.
That door's hard to open, the sliding one, if you don't know how. So
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, have you ever seen,
Yeah.
oh, mate, the amount of times I've seen people just freak out. It's like a labyrinth.
Yeah,
Just
it's
trying to-
like a fucking
You-
accordion door. Is that what
yeah,
you call it?
yeah. I've seen someone push into the middle of it and just get sandwiched.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get
Because it
completely
also sort
sandwiched.
of goes like, if I'm sure if you pushed it too hard, you'd almost break it. But it's half goes the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like if you pull when you're
it-
supposed to push, it sort of gives you a bit.
It
but-
will bamboozle you, the best of them.
Oh, 100%.
Like-
people are up here like we got the chocolate boys and we're going to go. I'm like, are you confident you get down? They're like, yeah. And they ring you. Here, let me out. I can't. They're just standing at the bottom of the stairs trying to get out.
The funniest thing is watching people like looking
Yeah.
up and down.
I know.
How
Oh,
to
is it locked? Yeah.
do it.
It's a
They're like
fucked door.
touching it
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
a bomb.
And then once you know, it's fucking
It's so
simple.
easy, yeah. Well, it's that way for a reason, thankfully. People can't get up
exactly,
easily.
Yeah. Don't try.
Oh. All right, well, we'll wrap her off, mate.
All right, mate.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for
It's all
filling
right.
in for
Thanks
Birdo.
for the
But
weekend. It was fantastic.
Where's your queen?
let's do it all again next year, bruh. And the 3 after that, the 2 after that. Thanks, shareholders. Thanks for bearing with us. It's a Wednesday. We're finally in your ear. We're going to take a deuce.
I just took one before. It was phenomenal.
Can't wait to go down to the Gold Coast.
I
Drive an hour.
I can't wait to fucking have a day off from doing a shit at the Caxton.
Hey, you got a clean toilet bowl, don't you?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Rachel's not cleaning them.